couple weeks for me to get into the swing of things. I'll let you guys know exactly what days I'll have videos out, and that sort of thing. I am 23 years old. I just got married in July, July 1st. I got married to a gentleman whose name is David, and he's pretty amazing. We've been through a relationship a couple years ago. It lasted about a year and a half, but we ended up eventually coming back to each other. We never really stopped talking, just, you know, we just stayed in contact. So we ended up finding out that we did still belong to be together. We still loved each other. So that's how the whole marriage started. We actually met in high school in Waterfleet, as most of you guys know. Today is November 4th, 2014, and since July we have moved to California, and we lived in California until about the end of September, so about 2 or 3 months. And we bought a dog. We got a new dog. He's the newest member to our family. He is 6 months old. His name is Reese. Unfortunately, I don't have him right now, due to information I will give you on later, or else you'd be able to see him. He'll probably be in a lot of my videos because he is just my favorite little thing. He's so snuggly. When we left California, we went home to our home state, New York, and we visited all of our family and our friends, and we had a great time. Thank you for everybody who made plans with us. Sorry for those that we didn't end up making plans or we missed out on plans. I apologize. My love for you is still there, and David's as well. So now, after about a month of leave, we are now in Iwakuni, Japan. And we've been here for about 5 days. Reese is not with me because of the fact that here they have a very strict, Japan is a no rabies country. So we've had to get all his rabies shots. We had to get him a microchip so that they can, see where he goes. We've had to get we had to get him a blood work. It had to get sent in. Then we had to pay for him to come on the plane with us when we came over on the American Patriot, which was actually, it was a really nice flight. As much as it seems long, it's a 13 or 14 hours, I believe, on the plane. But it's actually very comfortable. The seats are relaxing. They go back. There's a big TV. There's a couple different TVs where you can watch movies on them. So it was actually really nice. It made the whole experience not seem so long, a lot more comfortable. So I definitely dodged that bullet. Up until July, I had never been on a plane. I actually hated planes. I was definitely afraid of the air. I didn't want to be high up. But, I mean, being with David made it a lot easier. Every plane ride, he made it a lot easier. He would, talk me through it, or hug me, or hold my hand. I would squeeze the crap out of his hand when I was scared. But, it was actually very, very nice. So, back to where we are now. We're in Japan. Since we've been here, we have had, we had a whole weekend of really nothing, where we kind of explored a little bit, not too much. As of right now, we're staying in a TLF, which is a hotel here. It's a temporary living facilities until we could get an apartment. We had our appointment today for our housing, and they offered us a row house. We didn't really have much of a choice. That's kind of what they just gave us. But that's okay. It's kind of what we needed for the dog. There's 2 different kinds of houses here. There's a mid-rise, there is a townhome, and there is a row house. And a mid-rise just looks like the housing buildings in New York City. They're just very tall. I would say probably 10 stories maybe. I'm not exactly sure. Don't hold me to that. There's a bunch of apartments in there. A townhome is like next door to each other, or an up top apartment housing. And the row house, what we got, is a 3-floor, all to ourselves. We have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. We have a bathroom downstairs, which is the half bath. off the kitchen. We have a bathroom in the master bedroom, which is on the second floor. That's the only thing that's really on the second floor. There's like a second family room, but it's really tiny. I'll be able to provide all pictures for you guys later after we get furniture in them, and so it's not just a bunch of empty space. On the third floor is 2 more bedrooms and another bathroom. So that's about the 2.5. Like the third and the second floor are the full bathrooms, and the last one on the first floor would be half. There's also phone systems, so you can call from floor to floor, which is really cool. And we have a camera, so if you ring our doorbell, the camera on each of the phone sets on each 3 of the floors lights up so that you can see who's at your door. That's very safe, very convenient. So, I mean, I'm super excited for my first apartment. David likes it. He does. Reese is only a little tiny, so I think he'll have a little bit of a hard time getting to all of the floors. But I don't think he'll need to be on the 3rd floor, so we'll only have to really worry about the 1st and the 2nd floor, where our room will be on the 2nd floor. We went to, this is a Marine base, even though my husband is in the Navy. I didn't put that in there. I should have put that in there. Sorry. So like I said, my husband is in the Navy. We are actually on a Marine base. This is a Marine base. It's MCAS. So they don't have an NEX. They have an MCS. Now, for those who don't know what an NEX or an MCX is, it's a store. It's got a bunch of household stuff. It sells videos, movies. This one here has a little side store that's everything Japanese that you'd want to send home to your families or for your own house decorations, including swords, novelties for children, a bunch of that stuff. Okay, so anyway, so we also have a commissary, which is our grocery store. It's very small, and being that we are in Japan, it makes it a little bit harder to get fresh things, because in order for it to get here, it would have to be frozen, and then sent over, and then refroze until it can be put out. So it's fresh when you grab it, but it's one of those things you have to eat very quickly. So if you're not planning on eating it that night, or maybe the next day is a little iffy, makes that a little bit harder. But I've heard right outside of the base, which I haven't been yet, right outside of the base there is a little fruit and vegetable stand. So I haven't looked that up yet, but when I do, I will let you guys know. I'll send you guys pictures and stuff. Let's see what else. Not really much going on tonight. There is a show from it's a comedy show from a gentleman. I think his name is Gary Wallace. I'm not really sure. I know his last name is Wallace. And he's a comedian. It's on tonight at 8. So I will probably be there when everybody is over there waking up. The time difference is crazy. But I will be there. It'll be my first show here, and entertainment show as such. Yesterday, we actually went to an in-doc, which is a briefing about everything that is of Japan. So we learned a whole bunch of things. I'm going to share a few things with you guys about different customs that stuck out to me, different things that you can and cannot do, things that they suggest that you go do, places to go. I'm only going to give you guys maybe like 3 or 4 of each category, but I will definitely, if you guys are looking for more information, let me know. My next video, I will make a video strictly for different rules that they've given us, different places around here that there's available to us, and all sorts of things like that. Let me know in the comments at the end. So, the first thing I want to touch on is rules that you cannot do here that are very common in America. The very first one is you cannot ride off base in your car, and you cannot have your music blasting and your windows down. It's actually considered very rude. And I know some of you guys probably think it's rude back home too, but I was one of those people who listened to my music very loudly and my windows down. So that's going to be a little bit of adjustment to us. The other thing was no headphones. There's only two places that you can have your headphones on, that you can listen to music while you're exercising or doing anything. And it's a place called the Seawall. It's about, I believe it's a mile up and down the side of the seawall. It's right on the side of the TLF right here where I'm staying right now. But it's a mile one side, all the way down to the other, and then back. So that's like the exercise area. Everybody runs, jogs in that section with their headphones in. It's the only one of the only places they can. The only other place that they can work out and listen to their music is obviously the gym. But if you're walking down the street, you cannot, under any circumstances, be wearing headphones. It doesn't matter if there's any cars around, if there's no cars around, if there's a park play area, you can't. The only two places you can listen to headphones are there, which is also, again, weird for us because, we're so accustomed to listening to music, having our headphones on all the time, not listening to anybody else, tuning everybody else out, just paying attention to our running, even if we're on the sidewalk, which, like I said, it's going to be very different for us, considering you can't do that here. The other thing that we're really used to is talking on the phone on the bus. You cannot do that. It's actually against all rules. You can text on your cell phone as long as your volume is down, but you absolutely cannot talk on your phone on public transportation, trains, buses, taxis, any of those things, because you are not there in the moment, and you need to be there in the moment. You need to be able to communicate, even if you can't speak their language here in Japan. It's a respect thing. They expect you to at least, at the very minimum, be able to, try. Or if they try and talk to you, you need to be able to respond and not have your headphones in, stuff like that. So the other thing I want to tell you about is a couple different places that they told us about. We do get snow here, which is great. It's not very much snow, and it goes away after about 6 hours. I haven't experienced it yet, but I will let you know when I do. But about an hour any direction around Iwakuni, there is snowboarding. And the base that I'm on offers free trips to go snowboarding at any of these areas. They also provide snowboards or skis, whatever you prefer, along with many other things. They have a million different things that if you want to go on a trip to do anything really, literally anything, you don't want to drive somewhere, a big city like Tokyo or Hiroshima, all of those things are able to be provided to you, which is great. But another place that they told us is off base, clearly Tokyo, Hiroshima, are big touristy areas. So they suggest those two places at one point in our tour or our orders placement here, to at least go to both of them at least once. Hiroshima has a lot of sporting events, but their sporting events are more like soccer and baseball. They don't really think much of football like Americans do. They don't really have much football. They have football for the schools. And I believe they probably, I don't know for definite, but they might have a national football team, but I'm not really sure. It's not well out there for everybody to know about and be a part of. But like I said, the two big sports here are soccer and baseball. Baseball is huge here. It's like their football. And I've heard that if you go to a soccer game at Hiroshima, the event is so superior, like it's so much fun. The crowd gets really involved with the fingers like we have in America. They really get into the game, so it's a lot of fun. So that was suggested for us to go do also. And the last thing I'm going to tell you about that they suggested was they have trips in the summertime to go surfing. And they do include teaching you how to surf. Again, all of the equipment is supplied for you. No big deal. You don't need to worry about any of it, which is a great thing here. Let me see. Food places. They do have a cooking class on base for Japanese cooking. I will probably be taking that class and taking pictures, and I will let you guys know how it goes. It's something I'm actually really looking forward to because I love cooking, and I'm hoping that taking the classes will make me settle in to the customs a little bit better. Maybe I'll be able to cook a little bit more festive meals when I come home, or anything of the sort. And chopstick rules. When you're out on base, you have a certain set of rules that you have to follow, considering your chopsticks. You have to hold them the correct way, which is actually, assumed to be correct. But the other big thing is you cannot pass food from chopstick to chopstick. Like, it's just considered all god awful. I guess, I'm not really sure. You'll get a couple of weird looks on your face, and on other people's faces. So you're gonna want to stray away from that. But I mean, like I said, I haven't really been off base much. All the information I have is really on base. I still haven't gotten the gist of where everything is yet on base. But once I do, I will be more than happy to go off base. David and I have made a couple friends. I have 2 girls who are helping me do and get things together, which is great. They came and picked us up at the airport. Their names are Kara and Stephanie. Further from there, David had a sponsor that, the sponsorship program is a great program. When you're over in the States, you're supposed to have somebody here who is taking care of all your paperwork. We have a dog, clearly, so he's to take care of our dog paperwork, make sure everything's ready for us when we arrive. Unfortunately, our sponsor at the time did not do those things. He dropped the ball just a little. So, we ended up getting, yesterday, a brand new sponsor, and he is great. I don't really want to give out his name just in case he doesn't want me to, but I met him and his wife and his daughter. They are pretty nice people. I haven't really gotten to communicate with them as much yet, but I hope to get very acquainted to them. Him and David seem to be pretty good friends, so, yeah, so I hope that that's fun. I don't really know much what else to share with you guys for right now, but like I said, leave comments in the comment box below, and let me know what I can do better maybe next time. I will try to work on my lot of stuttering with my and but I have a hard time remembering things when I'm supposed to be. This is also a big fear for me to actually post this out into the world and know that yes, my family and friends are going to see it, but on top of that, there might be other people who might come across it, people that I don't really know, just for the simple fact of I have a lot of stage fright type stuff going on. So, like I said, I will work on it. Like I said, it'll be easier as I go along. This is only my first one. Like I said, if there's anything, absolutely anything you guys want to know about, let me know. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Alright, bye.